Hey guys, yours truly, Jimmy Williams. I'm back again with another great and informative video. I hope you're excited. We're deep into this thing now, guys. We're in week 7. And as you guys know, if you watched the first video at the top of this email that I sent you, it was a recap video. I was going over, the first 5 videos that we got for the first month and a half. And then these next few videos is going to take you guys all the way to week 9, which is going into the third month of this 90-day course. And so I hope you guys are getting this. I know you're you're pretty excited about it. If you can just apply what you're hearing and continue to get the mentorship and the coaching that you need, not just from me, but from other places, I guarantee you're going to be good. Um, I want to go over something called the cash flow quadrant in a moment, because I got to refresh in your memory. I got to kind of wake some things inside of you guys to get you to understand that as this training and coaching progresses, you're gonna have to get your feet in the dirt, even your hands and feet. You got to get down on all fours sometimes and dig in like a lion, guys, to get the result you want. And I have to remind you that there's certain things you have to do. You cannot be, you can't think like the average person to get these results. As I go deeper, especially into these two parts of real estate, because week 7 is real estate advanced secrets part 1. And the next video, which is week 8, is part 2. I'm going to be covering 10 videos. And, I'm getting a little intense now, because you really want to be a millionaire. You really want to be successful. You got to set yourself a cut above the rest of everyone else. And there's certain things you need to know about success. If you don't operate in these things, you just can't have it. No matter how much we can want something, we can pray about it. We can, some people say declare it, speak it, and believe it. If we don't back that with a sound, definite plan of purpose, and back it with action, following instructions, getting up, making the mistakes until you ultimately land upon the mountaintop of success, it's just not going to happen. It's time up for talking. And that's why I want to remind you of some of the things I think you need to understand about success to help you make the transition and make the shift and change. And whatever you're doing now, you're not getting the results that you want. But you're not, you want to make sure that you make those changes now. So I'm gonna show that chart in just a moment, but let me just go over this really quick. This particular 10-part series, the first 5 videos of it, the top 10 money making strategies with real estate, it's pretty advanced. I have it on YouTube, and right now most people, when they find it, they're shocked to see that I still have it up there, because I'm bringing, just so you guys know, I'm taking pretty much 80% of my content off of YouTube really, really soon, because I'm going to another platform where I'm gonna, basically these courses are gonna be, people are gonna have to pay to see them. All right. So my free content that's on YouTube, which are some of these videos I'm gonna go over with you now, I decided to put them in this particular training and go over them with you, because they're necessities if you want to be successful in real estate. So take advantage of the videos while they're there. I mean, you're in the class, so I'm going to make all these videos private, so only people in this class are going to be able to see this content within a week or so. It won't be public anymore, because I'm going to a different platform where I'm going to put together another masterclass where I'm going to be charging for that with training and coaching and mentoring. I'm going to be offering a free year of mentoring and coaching and all that with this particular course. But these top 10, which I'm going to cover 5 here, and then the other 5 is going to be on week 8, which is the next video. These are powerful. If you apply these strategies, you're going to make a ton of money. But we're getting down deep, and I want to make sure you guys were on the same page where you understand that time out for the little stuff, guys. Okay, that's week 8. We'll go back to week 7. But this is what I want to show you before I go over these. I want to show you this quadrant here to kind of wake you up and refresh in your memory to what you're going to need to do to get on the right side of the economic chain, okay? Pardon me. So there was a book written by, you guys know about it, Robert Kiyosaki. It was called Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And he had some other books. And he came up with this thing called the cash flow quadrant. Let me go over it really quick just to remind you of what you need to do, okay? If you're on the left side over here, guys, you are still chasing money. If you're on the right side, money's working for you, okay? So it's the EBSI cash flow quadrant. The first level on here is employee. Everybody starts out here unless you're born rich, or if you're born, your father was an entrepreneur and he says, son or daughter, you're not going to work for somebody else. You're going to work for yourself. You're going to start your own business. You're going to watch me do it on my business. And I'm going to show you how to do it. And technically, guys, I recommend all people, no matter what background you're from, just to train your children to have a business by the time they're 12 years old. Teach them the power and importance of having their own. talk to them about incorporating when they come of age, talk to them about how to serve people, how to develop a product or service, whether they sell someone else's product or product they get on wholesale or they develop their own content. The power of getting them in the mindset of selling something of their own by the time they're 12, or they're going to end up in this quadrant, this level of the quadrant right away, because it's either they're going to work for themselves or they're going to work for someone else, or they're going to work for you, which still makes them an employee until they start their own business. Again, 12 years old is the key. That's the point where I think young people need to really have the mindset and the ability to start a company. But most of us start here, okay? But you're going to be working for dollars, trading time for money. Secondly, self-employment. A lot of us are still here. Myself, I would say I'm not big business yet. I'm actually teetering on that side of history, of the history that's going on with my financial future in my life. As I make history for myself, I'm focusing on being over here on big business and investor, but I'm not quite there yet. How do I know that? Because I'm self-employed. I do very well, but I still don't have enough residual income where I can just say, you know what? I'm not going to do anything today. That money is going to come in. And I'm happy to be doing this content though, with you guys, because if I wasn't doing it, then I'd be on the beach somewhere and you, pardon me, I'd be on the beach somewhere and you wouldn't have this content. Sure, I got other videos out there, but I think this video series is one of the most important that I've ever done. And if I was already a multi-millionaire, I wouldn't be sitting there talking to you. I'm still creating. So the self-employed person, man or woman, can be a millionaire, but in most cases, you're having to work 50, 60, 70 hours a week. Now, mind you, my company this year became corporate, and I had other people working for me, so I could take off Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. So I wasn't trading hours for dollars all the time, but I had to look over what they were doing, and I'm in a situation now where I had to restructure and I had to fire some people, and I'm doing work with 3 or 4 other people while I'm making these videos. So yes, I'm doing well and I'm making money, but it's not where it's just straight up where it's a cash cow. I'm still trading hours for dollars in so many words because, people buy this course and they can only buy the course when I make the content. Sure, if I sell, 1 million ebooks, or if I sell, 100,000 copies of this Mastermind course at $10,000, and that will be something different, but I'm not there yet. You can make money here, a lot of money, but you can't really control your time. See what he says here? Time for dollars, time for dollars. So as we transition over here, and I want you guys to understand, mentally, you want to focus on jumping from these two to here. I don't know where you are on this side. I hope most of you are here because that means you're transitioning to big business. But when you make that transition finally, a big business does not, listen to this, guys, a business owner who has a bigger business, income does not depend on active work. So if he's not there, he or she is at home, the corporation is working. If it's an internet business, you got people in place. Drop shipping, you got people that take the product and ship it. And you got guys men and women fulfilling the orders. You got somebody overseeing the website, and the money's coming in cha-ching, right? Employees make you the money. And then finally, active investor. Now, you guys have saw my previous videos. I have investments in tech stocks. I have money in cryptocurrency and other places. And those investments are working for me, but I'm not able to really cash out because, I'm still learning the system and the wealth system. I'm a student of the game, just like you guys. And I haven't arrived yet where I can say, I have $1 million cash liquid, that I could just tap into. Most of my money is not liquid right now. So I'm not a major investor. But what he's saying here is the money is the employee. You don't need an active person. You don't have to actively work to make money. The money is making more money for you. So your money becomes pretty much, your employees. Okay, we're all achieving to get on this side. So I want to bring into your remembrance the importance of focusing on residual income, getting on the right side of the quadrant. You get over here, guys, if you buy McDonald's, or Burger King or any other successful franchise as a business owner, you have a big business, that company is going to make anywhere from $1 to $5 million a year. Your income will be probably 10% of that. You're talking $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 a year on autopilot with all the bills paid, everything done. And you could say, I can walk away pardon me, from actually punching in the clock. You put a couple $1 million in here, to work for you, stocks, bonds, mutual funds, ETFs, or whatever you want to call it, dividends, and your money's working for you. Never have to punch the time clock again. So let's shoot for the right side. Let me just remind you guys to shoot for the best, for the highest. You want to get out of this. That's why I'm teaching you this. So with that being said, let's go over these 5 videos really quick. and we're going to be on to the next video, okay? So right now we are right here. We are in week 7, and here are the videos I want to show you guys, okay? If I can find it here. Where did I put that at? It's right here. Number 1, double closings. Let's click on the video. You're going to be able to go to the website. I'm going to be setting these in private, and that's a commercial there. But in this video, I talk about the strategies of double closings. Okay, if you guys are not familiar with double closings, it's okay. It's no big deal. But I urge you to go watch this video. Take down notes. That was me before I had all the facial hair, right? Before I moved into this house, I was at my other home that I was renting at the time. But I go into the strategies of how to do a double closing. I talk about how to get the property. You basically buy a property within 3 days. You buy a property, and then you find an end buyer to buy it from you. That's all I'm going to say about that. Go look at the details of how to do it. I talk about the transaction funder, how they loan you the money for that 3 or 4 days. You buy that property, you put it in your corporation's name, you find the end buyer, and you make a $50,000 profit. That's what you're going to do with that. In this video, I go over all that. That's what I'm teaching you how to do. Guys, get on it ASAP, okay? Number 2, power of Airbnb. Power of Airbnb. All right, I talk about how I have a mentor of mine. This guy has so many properties that he lease to own. Okay, again, we're getting a little deeper with real estate, how to really scale your business, how to make more money. He goes into all that. He actually teaches this class on how to go out and find these properties where you don't have to go and run down the owner. The owner's looking for someone to lease it. You get the property under contract, pay the first, last, and security, and you start renting out the rooms on Airbnb. That's what I talk about here. Video number 3, wholesale single family properties. I talk about that. Okay, I have a couple of classes I did back in 2018 where I talked about how to be a wholesaler and of single family property. That's homes, and that's even land. You can wholesale land. I have a guy here in Atlanta, Georgia that I know. He's not doing it now, but he did it last year. He moved on to something else. He's more of a real estate developer now, but 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, he would buy land lots, half acres, 2 acres, 1 acre, something like that, for like pennies on the dollar. He'd get it for like $4,000 or $5,000, sometimes $10,000 for a land lot, half acre, turn around and sell it for 20, 25 grand. He did it all day, every day. But those are the secrets of wholesaling. That means you get the property under contract, you find an end buyer. He would buy them outright sometimes, but sometimes he would get the property, get the assignable contract, already have buyers in place, make him a $15,000 profit within a day or so. He'd get the property same day, have a buyer the same day. He was really, really good at it. You guys who don't have any money, that's the way you're going to have to go until you learn how, to scale your business without wholesaling, okay? Number 4, wholesaling of multifamily properties. Again, all these videos on YouTube, but I'm going to have them in the description so you can see them, all right? I talk about how to wholesale, I'm talking big buildings, guys. I'm talking downtown Atlanta, downtown New York City, Sacramento, California. It doesn't matter. Properties with multiple rooms in them, multiple apartment complexes, condos, hotels, all of those, and how you make your money. You make your money with these by getting the buyer and seller to agree to, a back end fee, a 3% back end fee once the deal closes. It's a non-circumvent fee agreement contract that they sign, and that's how you get paid on those deals. It's not like single family where you get paid, you put the contract together and you get paid in the middle. They can't see what you get. You get the assignable contract payment at the end. This is different. You make 3% on $1 million, if it's a multifamily building or $10 million, you get a 3% fee. And I go over how you put together the paperwork for that so you don't get screwed over in the end. Number 5, let's get rid of this. Number 5, power of tax liens. I go over that. Again, this is more of guys, you got to be more serious now, because now these techniques I'm sharing with you can literally, can really boost you up, your net worth up overnight. It really can. Tax liens, I talk about how you can go down to the courthouse. Okay, I see this all the time, and you can, no matter what city you're in, you can obtain a copy of the people in that city who are not paying their taxes on their property, consistently. And in some cities, if they don't pay their taxes within 3 years, 36 months, they can literally, the person who's on the other end who's not paying their taxes, you can go down there and say, hey, listen, I'll pay the taxes for that property for 3 years, and you can take over that particular property. Sometimes you have to pay the mortgage on it, whatever's owed on it, and they have to be, they have to leave that property and you take it over. And I explained in this video for moral reasons. I don't really use that method because because of my religious beliefs and the things that I do, I don't really go that route. I would rather go and try to work. If I took over the property, I would go back to the owner, the person who did own it, and say, hey, listen, I own the property now. You can lease it from me or whatever you want to do. I wouldn't want to kick them out. But that's predicated on the person. However you do things, that's how you do it. So, but for me, that's what I would do. But I talk about all the things, all the strategies you can use with tax lien properties. There's a lot of things you can do. I mentioned the name as well too. Teresa Heschler out of California, the person that does, she has her own, well, she has her own company with that she works with that helps her, that she actually helps clients get not real estate insurance, pardon me, life insurance. And I think she has real estate insurance, but she's a master at tech stocks, not tech stocks. It's been a long day, guys. At tax liens, pardon me. So with the tax liens, she knows how to do it. She does it a lot herself. She knows how to go down to the courthouse. She knows what to say and how to do it. So, you guys can contact her and say, hey, I need some help, some assistance on how to do this. And I'm sure she'll help you out. But that's the first 5 videos, guys. That's pretty much it for this video, because again, we're getting down to the nitty gritty. There's a lot more I want to share with you guys, but I can't stay on this too long, because again, that's 5 videos you have to go and look at. So instead of sitting here listening to me, I'm going to cut it short so you can get to work. Go read those, go watch those 5 and come back to me with any questions. If you guys have already seen these, you can come back and say, hey, Jimmy, I saw those. This is the questions I have. This is what I learned from it. I want to hear from you today, okay? Video number 8 is coming right up, which is week number 8, part 2 of Real Estate Advanced Secrets. See you soon.